Yo, it's definitely the Cloud Chaser TV, man. We back up in this thing again, you dig? Hey, man, we got a very special guest online, man. Special guest, can you introduce yourself?
It's OG Bad Vibes, Don Trey Gangster. You already know that, man.
Let's get to it, man. Let's talk about it, man. Like, take us back, man. Like what we like to do on this podcast, we like to take us back on the history lesson. Like, who was you before Bad Vibes? Or has that always been your name?
Nah, that ain't always been my name. My name is Milton. Like, a lot of people know me, close friends, and historically people know me as Milton. But yeah, Bad Vibes became my name at some point in time.
No doubt. So like growing up, man, exactly where you from?
From Brooklyn, Crown Heights, Franklin Avenue.
Franklin Avenue in the building. Hey man, salute, no doubt. So like, man, what was going on around there, man, when you was growing up as a youth, man?
Some everything was going on. Just like in any traditional black ghetto and stuff, some everything was going on. Drug use, abuse, homicide, suicide, go down the line.
I got you.
No humble beginnings, if that's what you ask me. No.
Yeah. No, I got
no
you.
No humble beginnings. No.
So when did you like you said, 9 Trey Gangster, when did you pick that up? Was it in your youth or when was it?
Yeah, you could say that. I picked that up when I got arrested on the case I just came home from. I went to Rikers Island, and like a lot of my adolescent comrades with that. I was Decepticon, from day one. I ain't never been nothing other than that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So once I see my people was, had that little movement going, they kept trying, like I said before, when you slip interview, they kept trying to pull me aboard for a while, and eventually I said, you know what? Why not join the movement? Like, it's them against us. Why not? We all look alike.
Yeah, no doubt. So then, joining the movement, like can you talk about a little bit more? I know you talked about, like you said, on Queen's Flip, like far as like different situations you guys was faced against, talking about, skin and shit.
Yeah. As far as like, in the prisons, in the prison system, it's like who you are, ethnicity and otherwise, or what you're made of is who you gonna flock with. You know what I'm saying? And at that time in the prison system, it was like, the Latinos and the Latin Kings and the Spanish gangs is just running rampant. You know what I'm saying? For no reason, just because they can do it. And that's what was happening. So we was forced to band together, man. Or forced to, or face destruction and injury and just straight up oppression.
No doubt. So it was definitely like a brown against black during that time war that was going on inside the prison system.
Like I said before, I don't know where the history or the misconception got placed at in people's minds, but this ain't come about.
Give us 1 second, people. If you ain't already subscribed, man, subscribe to us, man. Let's get the guests back in the building, man. Like, if you ain't already shared this on your social media, man, share this on your Facebook, your Twitter, man. You feel me? Let's get it. Yeah, you're having trouble connecting the camera right now, man. Yo, there we go. Salute, man. If y'all ain't already subscribed, man, subscribe to the podcast right now, man. That for the Cloud Chaser live podcast, man. Salute, man. Bad Vibes. Let's get it.
Yeah,
Like so, what you were saying like basically like what people got it confused, like
yeah,
when it
yeah.
came to the black and brown.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, a lot of people got it like misconstrued. Like we was just a bunch of a group of silly dudes bent on some type of gang banging and just injuring people just because we was there. That's false reality. Man. We was forced to unify or face injury or total oppression by the Latino gangs. I was in prison at that time. Same
Yeah,
thing out west, like out west in California. It's the same thing, except for it's so much Spanish over there. It's the Mexicans and the whites over there. You know what I'm saying? So again, when we talk about say you being on the East Coast and you being like it's being professed out there in the East Coast by fake Nino Cappuccino ass niggas and over there, right? We
right,
face the same odds. Well, we
right,
face the same odds within the belly of the beast, but it's coastal differences. Why?
right.
Like again, I'm gonna always salute the motherland. That's the birthplace of what we represent on each side. You know what I'm saying? On each side of the street. You know what I'm saying? I'm always salute the birthplace of the founding place of it. But at the same time, West Coast is West Coast. We over here in the East. It's a beast in the East over here with this red flag.
No, no doubt, no doubt. So like when Nino Cappuccino, he had words like when it came to the East Coast and specifically New York, and how did you feel about it? I understand you was incarcerated, but you hearing like
Yeah.
the backlash from it. Like, how did you feel about it?
I mean, he's entitled as a man of however limited intelligence or however he solidify what he understands, right? He entitled to his opinion. We can't take that from him. But when you start, mashing opinions against facts and try to make it seem like we doing something other than what y'all is doing over there, nah, that's just mockery right there. That's just bullshit.
No, no, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt,
That ain't.
no, no doubt. I got you. I got you. So
Because yo Chuck, whether it's from the east to the west or west to the east, ain't no coast bigger than other. We all equal in this.
mhm.
But as far as him, like it's his opinion, man. Like you don't know nothing about over here, man. You all the way over there, all across the map somewhere.
No, no doubt. So like did that, like you said you was incarcerated, like did that type of that message, did it even go behind the wall?
Well, from Nino Cappuccino, absolutely not.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely not. No. I didn't hear about his name till I was released. Like when I got back out a few days later, all information and stuff like that, and I started tuning in and tapping into certain sources. Like yo, really? Like then I went and seen some of it. But I can't stand to sit there and listen to that, man. That's just a bunch of gibberish because he thinks somebody's listening and watching. You know what I'm saying? Nah. When he talk the facts, I come out like I'm doing right now. You want to talk nonsense and arguing and beefing and all that? I'm not with all that, bro. No.
Right.
So yeah, when he talk about examples of conduct on the East Coast, on this East Side over here, and how it is a flaw how we set the tone of arguing and beefing and bickering, not here. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a representation of all of us. You know what I'm saying? It's serious. It's not a game. I'm not gonna go back and forth with that with him. Well, if he want to build and elaborate, we can do that.
Right.
Because all we
No.
gotta do, he know, is once you got the knowledge, you gotta do is just bring him to a more solidified understanding, bro. Because he already know. It ain't like we gotta bring him, make him know, and then make him understand it and accept. No,
Yeah.
he's really on board. He's on board. A little distracted, a little misguided, but he's on board.
So like when you have situations like that, like with your history, and of course these guys have their history. Like what type of is it any type of way of understanding or means of understanding?
As far as what? That we all won?
Yeah,
We
facts.
not
That
two.
part.
We were one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. We won in what? We from the same plant with different leads. It's still the same plant. Like really, what's the argument after that? What we really talking about?
Yeah. No doubt, no doubt. So
What we
like,
really talking about? If it ain't controversial with arguing and beefing this one against this one, internal strife and nonsense, what are we really talking about, Chuck?
yeah, no, that's the problem right
I
there.
want the
Like,
answers. Commentator answers, the homies answers, whoever's popular, who popping on this little YouTube. What they really talking about, man?
right,
You
right.
know, what we were talking
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. So like, let's touch some bases like on like you said, on a previous interview we did, you were saying that, what you did on Queen's Flip, you barely even touched the surface. You know what I mean?
yeah, not even a circle.
Yeah.
Like
So like what type of what was you
my
thinking
history,
of at
me,
that very moment? Like what was you thinking of, and take us there if you can.
like I was thinking like, okay, it just died on a point of my life, right? You gotta remember, I went to prison at 21. I had a whole childhood before that. I had a reputation. I had a stance of respect before I picked this up, bro. Again, I told you, I was in the streets young, repping the Decepticons, one of the most biggest gangs out here in Brooklyn and in New York City. You hear me? And I was somebody before this. So I had a life before this. When Queens Flip asked me, basically surrounded up though, okay, well, I got arrested when I was in there. The newspaper article, the publicity, okay, cool. That's a point in my life. That ain't my life before then, and it is nothing in my life after Queens Flip. A lot done happened after I produced that podcast of Queens Flip. I'm to my real life thing, man, not me worrying about who's in my inbox or messages or notifications beeping or taking shots at me on some phone or YouTube or something. I'm to my real life shit, huh? Like I just left
Wow.
behind the wall. I just left a cage again after doing 23 years. And that took a part out of me, you know what I'm saying? Even though I only stayed there for 2 months. But I couldn't do that. I can't live like that. So I'm
What
not
was
gonna
that
take
like? What like? Let me ask you something. Though. What moment came to you when you going back behind the wall, and then you just did 23 years. You was home for how long
I was
before the
home for 2 years. That just happened, sir.
yeah? So you home for two
Yeah,
years, and
I
then
just got violated. I just got violated by my parole officer in like March, and I came out in May. And if you look at the timeline as far as what's currently going on, that's when this COVID-19 thing really took off and shut down everything. So it's like a bad timing for me to be apprehended, even though I know I was going to get right back out. It was like I'm out here doing something so flagrant where parole's going to come get me and throw me back upstate. That's not going to happen. You see what I'm saying? I will never be moved, miscalculated like that. But then, because of the COVID-19, they shut down the courts. They wasn't hand nothing, and you just had to just lay up. And doing that on that time, that shit took a lot out of me. Even though you could say, okay, you did 23 years versus 60 days. Nah, them 60 days hurt it. You want to know
yeah,
why? I knew I was facing a lot of time when I got convicted when I was young. So I knew I had to do that. It's different just sitting in limbo. I'm sitting in a dorm, Chuck, with a bunch of other people that had serious cases, parole violations, and I'm just sitting in a dorm just waiting. They keep calling me. This week they're gonna let me go. This week they know, hold on, you gotta wait COVID-19. You gotta go testing. You gotta get screened. I like it was just so much. Can you imagine that, bro?
right, man.
Man, it was it
That's
was
yeah,
crazy.
it's definitely a first. You know what I mean? I can tell you that much. We
And
definitely
then
know this is the
inside,
first.
then like inside the loop of everything, it's like the way the practice of prison is. You got a bunch of people there. It's prison. It's a paramilitary structure. Cool. You got a pandemic, a worldwide pandemic. You can't screen nobody in prison like that. So again, like I said, two people wound up coming in there in the little small dorm area. You got 25 beds here, 25 beds on this side. Two dudes came in there with COVID-19 virus. So that just forced everybody to be on quarantine. They ran everybody for tested 2, 3 days, all through the night. That was just crazy.
Yeah, like, and they just, you saying that, like, I want you to rewind that for the people. You saying that they basically put these two COVID-19 people inside y'all doing.
It's a practice. Anybody, not unfortunately or if it's fortunately to be your fate to step on that nasty, corrupt, torturous island, right? Rikers Island, right? If you have the opportunity to go there, you know the structure is this. It's always somebody coming and going. It's a revolving door. It's always somebody coming in the prison or jail. That's jail, that ain't prison. Prison is upstate when you're convicted, you're going. When it's always somebody coming and going. So throughout the night, a person might have got arrested at midnight. Process him, boom, house him. He might come to Rikers Island at 2:15 in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. He needs to go somewhere. What you think? Where you
Right.
think they're gonna send him at? They're gonna send him right inside the housing area where we already at, if not sleep. But who's
Mm.
prison 2:15 in the morning, really? So again, when you wake up in the morning, like this happened when they stuck these two individuals in here, we wake up in the morning, we see two new guys and like really? Like, okay, how you doing, bro? Whatever, ain't nothing. Bathroom, we just how we live here, we stay clean, we don't do no boo. All right. 2 days later, they pulling these same guys out and start packing a person property up in 3 plastic bags, big plastic bags with extra masks on their face and all. I said, what's going on here? Oh, he tested positive. He had symptoms. That was the first guy, the same dude too. They same thing. He had the symptoms, and come to find out they tested positive. So all that did was force the rest of the housing population to get quarantined because we don't know who it came from. No, who you never know who could get that. That's just like airport.
Right, right. Then you go, so basically you going full lockdown at that point,
Full
right?
lockdown. And then the
Yeah.
irresponsibility, right, Chuck, these little correctional officers on Rikers Island. They didn't care about, that's the attitude generally there. You in there, later for you there. Like they was coming in there because they had to come in and sign a little area log book. Come in there, they should take a garbage bag and put it on their body, run in there real quick, sign a log, and run back out. That's how bad it was.
Wow.
But
Was
you
it
gotta realize
any
this
issues
is
with
not
food?
nothing. What I'm saying to you is actual factual. In fact, a lot of officers, COs from Rikers Island don't succumb to COVID-19 viruses. Inmates don't succumb to that there. Doctors, nurses assistant, clinic, counselors, whatever you want to call it, don't bit the bullet on that right now. So I can understand why they was like that, but at the same time, them people are not mentally and constructively qualified to respond like that. And again, it's prison, so everything is delayed. In the midst of a pandemic like that, time might hurt
Right.
you, and you can't go
Absolutely.
with it. Like social distancing. Like, cause I used to go to the inmate meetings in there and speak up for them. Like I said, y'all playing games. Cause how could it be social distancing in prison in here? I sleep on a bunk. I got a cot right here. Another person's cot is right here. I could reach over and touch his cot. So what type of social distancing is this? Then they try to come up with a aha moment. You know what? Skip a bed. Inmate skip
Right.
a bed. Inmate skip a bed. But who's listening to what they say? Dudes be chilling right down the block. So the skip bed might have 4 or 5 people on it for 4 hours, just chilling doing what they do. Talking about their cases and all that. Like, it was crazy. I'm just giving you a tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, man. I can't even imagine, honestly, because I know, like, even with what was going on, that's like the first time in history this shit hit
Yeah,
like this.
it's the
You know what I
first
mean?
time this.
So,
Yeah,
you
it's the
can understand,
first time
like,
this American society done touch something like this. And you know what? I'll be talking about this to a lot of my loved ones and everything. I think it's gonna be a permanent staple, man. Like,
mm,
like, like, or these face masks and all that. This is gonna be a part of the tire right now in the city, man, and all over the world, around. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to cover your nasal patch. You're gonna have to.
nah, no doubt, no doubt, no
So,
doubt, man. And
yeah,
then, I like just while we still updated, and now you know what I'm saying, you coming home. I know you seen like recently Scheme Team, he made a video about you, like you wanna address that?
yeah. I want to address that, but I'm not gonna stay stuck on that. So if anybody thinking that what I'm gonna say now about what Scheme just said Or that little video he made an hour ago about all that profanity and asking me repetitively the same question over and over and over. That's already answered. Like, he's a kid to me. He's an intellectual child to me. I'm not even gonna dignify that. Like, whatever scheme and these little stupid. I read the commentators and all. I've been entertaining it because I want to, not that I have to. But I'm not gonna go back and forth with Scheme. Scheme already exposed himself. What is there for me to expose? One, you're not tough. Number two, he's a liar. He's a manipulator. You're behind the scene, instigating all from the gadgets that you have in your immediate space. Nobody's impressed with that. So keep talking. Man. You know, I don't do too much. And one thing for sure, two things for certain, and I'm gonna say it for the record. That boy know me, man. He know not to play. Y'all know if he trying to do this for financial and monetary purposes to make it seem like he having a moment with me like he did everybody else to capitalize. But that's not what they say. He know not to play with me. This is a guy I used to teach from an envelope in my jail cell from upstate. He in Brooklyn, right out in the street like he is there. I used to teach him about this here. So what this here. So much he loved. Because he back then he was young, he was a kid, and he was misdirected. Right. He thought that misdirected violence, and because you scratch a person, that means you certified. That don't make you certified. That just make you violent. I want something more than violence. We don't need that. What we need that for? To show that you will do something, you'll harm somebody? No. So again, like I said, I used to teach him. Nah, that ain't the way, bro. That ain't what this. And we're talking about the early days. I'm not talking about how this became what it became now. Messy, mucky, and mixy. You see what I'm saying? But he can't say nothing about it. Right. He can keep talking, he can say what he wanna say. But I'm not gonna.
I got you. No, I got you. And like when it came to, like I said, like we was talking about the Queen's Flip interview, like was it any discrepancies that came after that interview, man? Like you want to speak on?
Nah, it ain't really no discrepancy that came out about that. And again, only thing that I'm only gonna dot on is this guy is Scheme, because if you look at Shots Fired that was produced, he the one that brought me into the fold. Like I said, I called him. Me and you having a personal vibe. Like he talking now in that video. Like, yo, Vibez, I won't even talk to you like that. Are you serious? Are you serious? You on my call off. You got footage on your channel where you speaking to me on your call log. You call me at all different variety times, but me and you don't talk. Like, you serious? But like I was saying, I called him not knowing that he was recording the whole thing. And it was live. Look at this. It's me talking to him on the phone, a personal conversation that he publicized. Because I was telling him, I see what you're doing, bro. Because he was starting to instigate stuff. I see what you're doing. Don't do that, bro. I'm watching, I'm paying attention. I said, don't do that. Well, what you talking about, man? I see what you're doing. Sure enough, he did it. I caught him. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even talking about something. He just need to stop lying. Stop playing games. Do what you do. Ain't nobody stop. Watch your mouth.
Got you. So like the clout chasing stuff, like the clout chasing allegations is definitely not, you know what I'm saying, something that.
No, for Scheme, that's what he is. He's a clout chaser. What I need to chase clout
for? Right.
That's the question. That somebody that assume or speculate about me. What I need to clout chase? Especially right now, what, for numbers on here? I got numbers on here. This ain't nothing new for me right here. We know that. You know that.
Yeah, I know that.
I did numbers. I came out the door doing numbers on this. Impressive, and bought numbers to Scheme too. Look at this catalog from when I entered it before. To the point where I entered this catalog back. You don't see no numbers like that. And you've been doing this since when? 2000, 20 years? Okay.
Yeah, man. Hey, man.
I'm impressed.
Hey man, hey man, y'all get them
I'm
thumbs up.
digitally impressed.
No, I got you. I got you. I got you. So like, man, the other day, man, people heard you speak on Mano, man, and they was like, "Yo, did he really just say Mano when he was speaking to through the vents? He was garbage at that time."
Yo, Mano was just writing at the time. Everybody, I don't care if it's Hove, man. When you first started, getting that little, that little linguistic and starting to put it together in the wordplay, you're not coming out the door nice. I don't care who you are. That shit develops after time. You know what I'm saying? And just I'm saying, when he started writing, I was right there. We was in prison. Man only started writing when he came home. He got right to it when he came home. He came out here locked and loaded. He thought that shit in prison. What else do you have to do in there but find some type of hobby to entertain time and time management? He picked up a notebook and a pen. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Whoop-de-doo, look what it did for. I salute Hustle Hall Mano, you know what I'm saying? Come up, man.
No, no doubt, no doubt, man, no doubt, no doubt, man. Mano, like, wasn't any other artists you came across like that when you was in the system? Because you had what 23 years in, huh?
Well, each about hip hop, yeah, Hell Rail, but we ain't gonna go there with that, Rail.
Yeah, what's up with Hell Rail? Like, cause the thing is with Hell Rail, like that's a good topic because they all like you saying you was locked up. We remember like so basically you was locked up when
That's
he
my
had
son.
them
That's
verse.
all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna answer questions either
Go ahead.
one worders or two worders. Hell, I'm gonna give you names. One, that's my son. Hell Rail's my son. I inspired him to turn homie if you want to, because he was around me. In Elmira in 97, in our block, we call that block the third rail. That was in my sick phase, but we was definitely there. We was Shine Boys, Billies, UBN. We wasn't hard to find it. But yeah, Rails was there in the midst of it. Oh, Shine too. Shine is he. Shine.
Oh, you ran across Shine while you was up there too?
Yeah, I ran across Shine. Like,
Was
Shine
he
was
into like his was he into the religion heavy at that time when he
nah,
still was with the
nah. This one, Shine was still feeling like he was the bad boy,
right.
Yeah. But I don't have nothing bad to say about Shine. It's just that we remember Shine. I was in it with Shine.
Well, Shine like
Yeah, he
like
was definitely,
him
he definitely
his
stood 10
position.
toes
Yeah,
down.
that's what I'm saying. He was 10 toes
Yeah,
down. Like
10 toes down. Yeah, I was getting messages. Yeah, individuals trying to play him other than what he was, and the boy put the pain. Yeah, Shine.
no
Then he
doubt.
went cold. He started chilling out after a while because he's coming home, man.
Yeah, they say did you run into Supreme?
Who? Primo.
Supreme, anybody from the Supreme
Oh, the
team?
Green Team? You talking about the Green Team? Nah, man.
Yeah,
The Green Team and Pappy Mason and Fat Cat, all them guys is older than me. They was already in the game way before me. You know what I'm saying?
right.
I'm older than say the generational that's out here right now, but I'm not really that old. Like Preem and Pappy Mason, Fat Cat, and all them. I'm not like that. No, bro. They old enough to be like my uncles and stuff like that. So, oh, I knew who they was because I grew up in that genre of who
Yeah,
was the notoriety, but I knew who they was and I could identify them. But other than that, I wasn't with them. You saying with Supreme Team and all that? Nah.
yeah. So Shine, they
I'm like
saying
a
like
90s. I'm really like officially a 90s dude. Like that's
mhm,
my time. Like even
yeah,
now, like I box everything, hardcore music, everything 90s, R&B. That's me. That's my time. I grew up through the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Not the
no, that's
80s. Fat Cat, Happy Mason, all of that. They 86,
80s,
87. Yeah, the 80s. I was a little kid. I wasn't even at the house then. I was still like in the touch on it. 86, 7, 8 when I was young. I was still under my mother's tutelage, man. I was still very obedient, going to school, living my childhood. I wasn't thinking about no gang banging, no nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you
yeah,
start talking about a little bit later, like 88 and all that, yeah, I'm full decent. I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm repping hard. I'm doing what I do. But we doing what we doing, man. Ain't no me. We, you know what I'm saying? But that's how I started. It wasn't, nah, no humble
right.
beginnings.
Right. They say
And sometimes
Shine,
it's good to rise from that.
pardon me. They say is Shine really, was he blood back then?
No, no,
No?
no. Sean was not blood. No,
Okay.
no. Actually,
Right.
the case that's crazy, the case that happened with Sean and with Puff and the dude that he saw that shot at in the club, with Jennifer
Right.
Lopez and Puff was in there and all that. That's my childhood friend right there. Went to school with Matthew Allen. Scar, rest in peace. He's
Mm.
deceased. Yeah, but Matthew Allen, I went to school with him. He's right up the block. I'm from Franklin Avenue. It's Carson, Grand, and Washington. He's 2 blocks up. Like, are you serious? Oh yeah, yeah, I knew Scar and all that. Yeah.
No, dope,
That was
dope,
some
dope.
cocky. That was some financial cocky thing. You know what happened? You know what happened. The fact is already publicized, so I don't even speak about it. But yeah, I knew all the parties involved except shot.
So did you have any relationship with like Shotty, like they come through the system?
No,
None of the guys from the Treyway.
Treyway, no. You got to realize they is street blood,
Mm-hmm.
and they was not coming to prison. They, of course, it was a connection. We know who was who. It's like we can't be a part of a brotherhood that's above ground and not know who's who. Especially when you talk about the staples and the founders and the day ones and ones that helped pave the way. Particularly this set 9 Trey. Of course, I know. I knew Shotty was 12, 13 years ago, 14, 15, 16 years ago. But have we actually officially like met, linked up, networked, and did something constructively and all that? No. Shotty was in the streets. We were in prison. Well, we all were the same. Not Trey Wade. We are 9 Trey. For musical purposes, that's what they did in marketing and doing what they did with that umbrella. You know what I'm saying? And really, that's just the brainchild of continuing the legacy of SI, man.
No, R.I.P. R.I.P.
Yeah.
No, no doubt. And like when people talk about, I seen that it was like you seen recently what they was talking about with SI. They was saying that some of the people who might shout him out right now wasn't really rocking with him.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So that is some truth to that.
Yeah, that's some truth to that. There's some truth to that. And I'm not saying this for baggery purposes and all that, but because I'm getting kind of emotional because I love and you know dedicate myself to a comrade shit like with SI. It's impossible for me not to be emotional, but like yo, who is calling?
Yeah, I can hear it getting low right now because of the call
Yo,
coming
keep
in.
stop. Yeah, like I was saying, yeah, somebody called my phone, but a lot of people can't do what I do. Like if we gonna continue to do another interview, I could produce stuff that I brought home from prison after all that time. Tokens from SI and the family and the Garland family, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like it's a big secret. Like even before he started Treyway, which they wound up taking on later. Who's good? Who's good? Which they wound up taking on later. Y'all out? All right, bro. All right. Which they wound up taking on later. All right, later. SI the one that started that. I'm gonna talk to you tomorrow. But it was only a book. If you realize it, people don't know the history. People just talking, don't know what they're talking about. Even like Snow Billy. Snow Billy is knowledgeable as far as the beginning of Treyway, but he don't know everything because you wasn't there, my dude.
Right. And like even when it comes down to Snow Billy, like what was issues with Snow Billy? Like what did you have any issues with Snow Billy and his story?
Shit.
Did you have any
Say that
issues
again,
with
bro.
Did you have any issues with Snow Billy and his story?
Nah, I don't have no issues with Snow Billy. But when he start promoting falsehood and start being disrespectful and all that, Frank Stan, all that, he already know what that requires, man. Because he's yet to tell somebody that in his face. You know what that's gonna bring you, bro. You don't issue no disrespect like that and think it's just some joke that you just tell everybody because it's not gonna happen like that.
No doubt, no doubt. Uh, like when it came to Wildcat and CK, man, how did you meet on Corey King, man?
How did I be Wildcat?
Yeah, Wildcat.
Me and Wildcat was in on Rikers Island together. You
Mm-hmm.
know, in '96, that's a long time ago. We was in Rikers Island together, and we actually shared the article in the newspaper that we always produced. Me, Magoo, Audi, Wildcat, and Mag, and all this in the newspaper. Like me and Wildcat was in the field in the prison together, bro. What you talking about? This ain't no we came home YouTube popularity. Nah, ain't none of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So back to that, you said Wildcat, you met him on Rikers Island.
Yeah, we was in the same housing unit, OBCC in one South. Not only in one South, he was in one South on Rikers Island, which is the Bing, it's the box. We was in OBCC, me, him, all of us did together. That's already publicized in the article that we came. We was there together, and he said it himself. Like I ain't just meet Wildcat on no gigabytes on YouTube and that. We've been in the field putting in pain together.
No, no doubt, no doubt. And they said Kenneth McGriff Supreme.
No, that's Preem, man, from Preem team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
Did
know
you have a
who Preem
relationship
is.
with him?
Nah, I know who Preem is from the Preem team. Like I said, and with all due respect, is come up in his hustle and how you do. Definitely sue the real nigga, but I don't say like I wasn't with him. You know what I'm saying? Like out there with him because he's older than me. They was out the house doing what they doing before me, bro.
Oh, okay. They said this shotty first time being locked up.
Yeah,
Oh,
as far as serving time, yeah, he probably
yeah.
done been like bag, picked up, let out, go back to court, go back to court. But far as yeah, this is it.
Got you. I got you. They say
Yeah,
action
this
Diddy.
clown. I was watching earlier a little stream with this dude, a 6'9" clown. Like he's sitting there told like, are you serious, bro? Like that's
Yeah.
that's how you that's how you gonna leave a legacy like that. I mean, to each his own. If you want to be like that, if that's what you comfortable with being a rat and all that tattletale weak nigga, so be it. That's you. But you sitting here trying to bring other people into the fold, academics talk about like it's certain fires you don't touch, certain things you don't do. Man. Like to tell on somebody and
Yeah.
get yourself out of trouble, sucker shit.
And he definitely like it's definitely not like if someone in the future see 9 Trey members around him, they not probably real 9 Trey members.
Yeah, but he not. That's the whole thing. That's a clout chaser right there. He's like a
Yeah.
a superstar clout chaser, except for it's not the industry. We in the streets. It's a whole different world.
It's a whole
See what I'm
different
saying?
world.
Yeah,
Whole
see,
different
they could
world.
play. See, like scheming, or they could play with this on this gadgets. But I'm out here, bro. I don't do all this. I don't be every hour, every day clapping YouTube videos. But I'm right here. I'm out here, bro. I'm visible.
Yeah. He said ask him about the day subs and the low lives,
Decepticon, Decepticon,
Decepticons. So what was
and
that
the low
about?
lives. Yeah. Those Decepticons low lives.
Yeah, give
That,
us
they
that
was like
background.
somebody paraphrased too. That was like not saying adversarial purposes
Hmm.
like Bloods and Crips is today,
Right.
but that they was like the Bloods and Crips of the '90s. There, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? The Deception and low lives. Man. And shout out to my boy Ralph Lowe, man. I love you, boy. I'm gonna link up with you too, man. Ralph Lowe, Rudy Lowe, Shy Lowe, all originals, man. Shabu roll up. Shout out, I see you, boy.
No, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt. So like let me ask you a question, like, again, because you was incarcerated for 23 years.
Yeah,
Um, so when it came down to, like, we talked about hip hop, like when it came down to like these legends, they name, they might be known for, you know, different things in the streets. Did you run across any of them?
in the pen.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
You want to talk about a couple of them?
Yeah, we could
Give
talk
me
about
give me
whatever
a
you
name.
want to talk
Give
about.
me a
This
name.
one is for you.
Give me a
This
name. Give
one's
me
for
a name.
you. And you know what? You know what, Queen Flip, man? I know you like to stop, man. It ain't like that, man. I love you too, bro. Hey, yo, check it out. Yeah, we can talk what you want to talk about. Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
ran across a couple. If you want to talk about notoriety, publicized,
Mm-hmm.
dudes that was convicted. Yeah, I read it. You got to realize, and I'm not. I want to issue this right now. I'm not saying this for glorification purposes or to promote nothing of that lifestyle because I know a lot of people can't do it or ain't supposed to go through that. You know what I'm saying, but yeah, I ran across a lot of convicted people with notoriety.
Yeah. Yeah. Give
Specifically
give us.
one, specifically one that I really, me and him just clicked, and I got love for Mark Chapman.
Mark
So I'm
Chapman.
saying, yeah, bro. I got cars. I brought home certain pictures, certain information, cars from certain people, obituaries, certain things that you value. They like regular in a household. That's the same thing dudes in prison. I took all. I have all of that. I have all that. I keep that. Yeah, I keep it, and I have that. Mark Chapman is very, very good man. He did what he did, and back in the day, Son of Sam running around killing all of the women and all that, which I'm not promoting, condoning that, but that's not the same person that's running around the summer of '77 in all through New York City shooting people just because they had a different hair color. Right? That's not the same dude. He's not. I'm talking about I was in Attica Box.
Mm-hmm.
He was in Attica. He was in that facility for 19 years straight in Attica. Probably longer than I probably mistaken. He was there for over 20 years straight. So you have the officers that's familiar with him, so they let him do certain prison responsibilities and chores. I said that to say this: I'm under sanction or penalty in the box. Mark Chapman used to come out in the box and feed us, give us writing paper, envelopes, whatever you need, and he's a good dude, man. He
Wow.
don't treat nobody no different. If you're hungry, he's gonna feed you. You have to honor a man that's gonna put something in your stomach when you don't have it. You can't never turn on that, man. You never turn on a person that feeds you.
Dope. Dope. No, that's real
But
right
that's
there.
not
That's
the
real.
same. He's not the same person. And
Not
I
the
get
same
it because
person.
I get it. I get it too. He's been in prison all this time continuously, which is I think that's crazy to keep a man like that that's fully not the same person in prison like that because you can and the politics surrounding this case. You know what I'm saying? But I get it. The parole board look at what he was, and they keep hitting 2 years, 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 2 years. Every time he go to parole board, they won't let him out. He should have been released 18 years ago. 2 years, 2 years, 2 years, 2 years. Keep doing it. It did the same thing to me. That's why I had the numbers there. I should have came with 15 years.
Yeah. Then
I was going with 15.
now let me ask you a question. But then Wildcat, I know you good with Wildcat. Then Wildcat knock out Mark Chapman.
Hmm. No, Mark Chapman. No. Wildcat knocked out that Commissioner Warden Bailey on Rikers Island. That's up there. That did his little podcast. He knocked that Bailey out when he was young. I never heard Wildcat and Mark Chapman name mixed in any type of controversy.
Mm-hmm.
Never.
Gotcha.
You got another notorious guy that coincidentally me and him had a fallout and he lost. You had a dude by the name of Billy Blake from Syracuse, New York. He
Billy
convicted
Blake.
cop killer. Yeah, Billy Blake. You can Google him and find out what this dude is belligerent. Even now, I feel the same way. Like even intolerance right now, I want to smack dog dude out because this the type of cocky European that he is. Like, because I get it, he showed a lot of bravery. Like I told him, and stupidity when he's arguing because he's cocky. He's like, I'm ain't nobody in the state of New York more notorious than me. I'm a convicted cop killer. I went in the courtroom, which is true. The facts of what he's saying and what you're hearing is true. He went into the courtroom for a simple drug case.
Mm-hmm.
While he's in there attending the court proceedings, he snatches. They upstate in Syracuse, so they more lenient than say New York City with weapons and all that stuff in the courtroom. But they ain't worried about you going up; they gonna kill you. More than likely, they got the counties under control up there versus all these people here. Okay, so I said to say this: he snatches the officer gun, shoot officer right in the courtroom, kill one on the spot, shot another one, didn't kill him, then runs out the courtroom. We run out the courtroom, they already a standoff. They back him down, made him jump in the snow, and he surrendered. Okay, he takes that case to trial. They charged him quite naturally, charged him, took that case to trial. Billy Blake got 77 years to life. He been in prison now, say about 32 years, 28 of that been in the box. Because he's like, the way he is, he's influential. I'm not going to say he's not. But he's also very prone to get injured. And that's when me and him clashed. Because, again, me and this guy was all right. We used to socialize and talk. They started getting disrespectful. And then the disrespect led to him, the stuff that Snow Billy said, something like that. Yeah. So I said, okay, let's get out and play that. First of all, I'm a man and you a man. Why would you invite me to a sexual act like that unless you think I'm not a man? And bitch, you don't think I'm a man, I'm going to show you that when I put you in your forehead. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, he didn't want to relent. There's nobody in the state more notorious than me. I took the cop gun and killed them with their own gun. And his head is in the atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, you keep being disrespectful. I don't care what you did, man. You know what I'm saying? And just so happens he didn't want to relent. And I put together a war strategy in my head and I caught him on the visiting floor and I cut him 2 times in his face. And it was so easy for a guy that killed a cop. It was just so easy.
Oh yeah, I get what you're saying.
Like, only thing he did after I cut him in all last, he spit on me. Like he stood away and pat his face and spit at me, called me a bitch. Yo, you look good. I don't care. You spitting, you bleeding. You do spit on my clothes, you bleed. Now I got you already. It's over. It's quiet. Next.
Wow. Definitely.
But same thing with what's his guy, man? I'm not really a big fan. What's this? With Blue Boy, the guy with Blue Boy, Vibez.
Blue Boy?
What's this guy up in the Bronx? This right on the tip of my tongue. Come on, help me out, Chuck.
He from the Bronx,
the
Blue Boy?
He shot the cops too in the Bronx. Help me out here, somebody.
Chat, help us out right now. What is it? You
don't know?
No.
What's this?
No. One Man TV, salute, fam.
I can't hear you.
No, yeah, I don't know his name. I was trying to see if the chat was gonna come up with it. It was in the Bronx, you said, right? I don't know about no Crips. I went to Brooklyn. What? Yeah.
Yo, your mic is low, sir.
It is? Hold on.
Yeah.
Yo. Can you hear me better now?
It's still low. Your mic's still low.
Hold on. Yo. What about now? It's good?
Yeah.
Yeah. The name sounds familiar. Larry Davis.
Yeah.
Larry Davis. Blue Boy killed Larry Davis. They said Blue Boy killed Larry Davis.
Say that again, Chuck.
They said Blue Boy killed Larry Davis.
Larry Davis, yeah, Larry Davis.
Larry Davis.
Yeah. Yeah, Larry Davis. Like I can't. Yeah, Larry Davis. I seen. Yeah, Larry Davis. Him too. Like that was sad too, because I came in the facility where he died at. And like probably like a year afterwards, they had transferred me from Attica to that facility, and that had just happened. So I'm like, that was crazy. But I could say, and I'm gonna say it bravely too, that wasn't intentional. Larry Davis' death was not intentional. That was negligence on a medical staff in the facility. I wasn't equipped to respond to an incident like that because I was there and I spoke to the medical people that was there. I had a relationship with them in the facility. So I used to do a lot of coordination work and stuff like that. He did not die necessarily. His injuries wasn't vital like that. It's the fact that they took too long to get him to a hospital where they could properly treat him at. And he bled out right there on the table in the facility. So by the time when they did transfer him and get him like to a hospital to try to resuscitate him at that point, it was useless to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
But all the stab wounds that Blue Boy took, they wasn't really vital. They ain't hit no organs or nothing. They was like muscular, bone. But that last stab wound that hit him in his leg, that's what made him, bleed out like that. But
wow.
I mean that was senseless too. Like that was same thing, arguing. War with words ended in death. You know what I'm saying? Who does that?
No doubt.
Yeah.
So, you going through all that, man. Like even, what I'm saying, like you said, you ain't had issues with. I said you ain't even had issues with, just moving through that life, man. 23 years, man. Like, what can you say was like the worst thing you encountered that, like, just set on you the wrong way forever?
He's saying what like be more clear.
What was the worst
your
thing?
mic
Like,
keep going out. You sounding low right now. That's why I grabbed the
on.
phone right. You low.
Hold on real quick. Let me come in and come back out. Give us a second, people. Appreciate y'all tuning in, man. If you ain't already hit the like button, man, please hit the like button, man. Share us on Facebook, man.
Yo, what's poppin'? It's your boy Torre here. Yo, shout out to my guy Death of the Yo, what's poppin'? It's your boy Torre here. Yo, shout out to my guy Death of the Clout Chasers podcast. Make sure you tap in with them one time for the whole DOCCTV. Get involved. Home team, show love. Make sure you subscribe. They always come with the dopest interviews. They always come with exclusive content. Hit that share button. Hit that like button. Facebook, Twitter, all of that. And let them know your boy Torre tapped in. One.
Yeah, bad vibes.
Yeah. I'm back.
Yo,
Yeah, you clear now.
Yes, sir. Let's get it. So, like, where we left off at, like, oh yeah. So you going through, what was the worst thing you think you encountered, like, from the COs to, what I'm saying, just, inmates to whatever was going on. Like, what's the worst thing you think you encountered that just set on you the wrong way that you could speak on?
The beatings, bro.
The beatings.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
They got a system on how they will break you down. That body, the physical compensation of that body, they got a system in the state. Correctional officers, they teach them that in their little correctional training, which is crooked. And this is another reason why I want to shine light too on these officers particularly on Rikers Island too. We will get to all of this in a second. Because I'm gonna put this. The beatings, like I said, because they got a system that, okay, if you create, they don't care what you do to each other. Pay attention. You go in that yard, you could create whatever type of weapon, do what you want to do with that to each other. They don't care. Green on green, black on black, they don't care about that. But the second that they tell you to stop, or they come to intervene in a physical altercation and use force, and you don't stop, it's correctional gospel, whether it's all through the nation, or I'm telling you about New York State prison. They're gonna beat your ass, and they're gonna beat you bad. Chuck,
Wow.
to this day, like I really start, because I'm older now, and like I'm starting to, these beatings I took like when I'm strong and vibrant, and eventually that type of trauma kicks in. Y'all be in so much pain today, and it comes out of nowhere, then it leaves. But then when I try to identify with it, and I be like, yo, that's the area or the side that this happened on, this, that, third. You know what I'm saying? Like, the beatings are horrendous, bro. And I took a lot from Rikers Island to the city, to the state, to the maxes. I took a lot. I was bringing it. And and again, this is the thing I want to put reality in. You can't bring war or drama and thinking it's going to come back to you. Granted, I give it to them. The whole New York State prison population, except for one dude that cut me, tried me and lost. Ain't nobody did that in 20-something years. Nobody never in Greens tried me like that. But the officers, when they decide to do what they want to do, it's very painful. And the worst thing is, to answer your question, the worst thing is to be beaten, not treated by a nurse, thrown in a cell with nothing in it, and don't feed you, don't give you no mail, don't give you nothing. Nobody knows where you at, what exists or nothing. And then
disappear.
It depends on Chuck what type of cruelty they feel like doing to you, because if it's in the wintertime, what they'll do is they'll start playing these little psychological torturous games that they do to terrorists. They'll come, what I'm telling you is facts. They will come and throw water on you and open all the windows. You in upstate New York in the mountains. What you think gonna happen? You ain't got a blanket, you ain't got a t-shirt, you might just have your boxes on. And this is the strategic, wicked stuff that they do. I've been through it all.
Yeah. Wow.
Throw water on you and leave the windows open. That's what they call bleeding you out.
Throw water on you and leave the windows open.
And leave the windows open, bro. Yeah. It happened to me in a different way, because it's like, it don't do nothing for me to say that's very popular in the prison system in New York State. Very popular, right? So when I used to go out for court trips, I was special transportation because of my reputation in institutional violence. They usually transfer me in a caravan with 2 officers, and then you have a sergeant that's armed, right? Cool. So I wound up putting in a couple petitions and appeals and motions to go back down to court, try to get my sentence reduced and all that other stuff, right? When I was really like on the books and law library and legal study. All right, the trip down from, say, Malone, New York, where the box upstate is at, it's like 8 hours from Malone County to, say, Brooklyn or New York City, and 8 hours back. So these officers is transporting me. So this is the time where they figure, because in the facility, they got cameras and stuff like that. They can't operate how they can operate if you in a vehicle and you an hour away from the facility. Walk with me, understand what I'm saying, Chuck? And they do dirt. They did that to me in a caravan going downstate. Took court. Oh, you're not tough now. Look at you now, tough. Look, because I'm shackled. I got the box. I'm shackled. My hands is immobilized, and my feet. I'm handcuffed rather than shackles on my feet. I'm like this. I can't do nothing to nobody. I'm harmless even to myself. You know what I'm saying? Unless I fall, but I purposely want to fall. And they was doing that in the vehicle. While they riding, they driving, and we ride, they just open up. They pulled over and opened up all the windows in the vehicle. All I had was a state green shirt on, short sleeve shirt on, and the greens pants and the state boots. I ain't let them see. I ain't gonna front. I was cold as hell, but I ain't let them see me break. I was talking breezy to them, like, "Oh, you a stupid white boy." I was just wilding on. Now, when you take this off me, with the second that you take this off me, I'm gonna knock the closest one of y'all out, bitch. I'm gonna play you game. Straight up and down. I didn't play with them people. Because when you start mistreating me, I was there as a punishment, when you start doing something other than the punishment that I'm there for, I'm gonna stand up.
No, no doubt, no doubt. Wow, that's crazy. That's like I was asking you earlier. I mean, just to stay right there, right?
Yeah.
Like when it comes to cops on the streets versus the what I'm saying, the cops in jail, CEOs, like who you think, what you experiencing both, who you think is worse than the other, or are they on the same level?
Nah, the COs in prison is worse.
Mm-hmm.
The COs in prison are worse because they can operate under more of a shield of we say deceit. If we want to say a shield of deceit, because cops in the street got more scrutiny on them than say an officer that runs the facility that comes in, say, what is 10 o'clock now? He come in, say 11 to 7. 11 to 7, he can do what he want to do. You see what I'm saying? Versus, say, a cop on the street decide to want to pull up in Bed-Stuy, Crown Heights, or Flatbush and do some nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Because in prison system, even it's the same way out here. In the prison system, all they got to say is what they want to say inside the four walls of the institution, and that's it. Nobody will ever know. You, if that's the case, you would have knew about my stories and atrocities and all that went before I got up on the plug. If it was like
Right.
that. But we know about what's going on out here, and Black Lives Do Matter. We know what's going on. We see it. And it's good. We starting to feel it now because it's happening too close to home.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't cross the neighborhood over there. It ain't over here. It ain't here. It's right here where you at. You know.
Yeah. And like you said, you was in Green, and then I think it was some Crips. It was some Crips that had a movement up there in Green too, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you had did you run across they say did you run across Psych? I think it's
Psych bike.
Psych. Yeah, in
Yeah.
Hollywood.
Yeah, in Hollywood. Yeah, I know Psych bike in Hollywood. Yeah. And Ziggy Zah, that's my little man. I love Ziggy, man. Like, I hope he get around his travels and all that. Like, I met the little brother Ziggy Zah, the
Mm-hmm.
Brooklyn finest. Yeah, like that's a good dude. I don't color bang. I don't see none of that, man. And shout out the hybrids. So I don't see none of that. Like Ziggy, that's my little man, for real. Like, and he can hold his own. So it ain't all about me lending him any type of valor and war. Nah, it's just that real, recognize, and connect and blend, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, man, he just had a bad break and the lifestyle they choose, like all of us, man.
Gotcha.
Sincere dude. But yeah, I do know Sight Bike in Hollywood.
No
I heard
doubt.
something unfortunate about Hollywood, but I don't know if that's true or not, man. I hope his struggles is they let up, man. It ain't
Mm-hmm.
easy for none of us out here. But I don't wish that on nobody.
Yeah, definitely. So did you see the like when you was in the prison system, like in of course you 9 trade, did you see like the GS9 movement come up like during them years?
Yeah.
What was it like from the beginning? Like if you could talk about it from like the beginning, you
Problematic.
first
It was.
seen it.
They'll tell you that. They'll tell you that it's problematic because in the prison system, I ain't just gonna limit it to prison system. Bloods rule. Prison system. I don't care who you is. The dominance is blood in prison system. So when you got a movement like GS9, and it depending on where they at, we can distinguish because a lot of them say, "Listen, we're not Crip. We just GS9, just a movement. We just a little Brooklyn movement." But we like, hold on. We know that as being Crip. And again, I want to shine light on this too. It's not the same as say hybrid, B's and C's, unifying, linking up in the stuff out here like in the street. It's not the same in prison. Crips do not get the benefit of the doubt in prison. And that's conflicting to me because I was just there seeing them getting punished. Every time they identified, it's a problem. If a homie's around them, it's a problem. How could I be a senior homie in this like I am, right? Or older homie, late senior, and I'm promoting that type of nonsense in prison? But then I come home and I got family that I ain't seen in so long. They come in the crib. They got blue flag in the crib. I just had 2 Crips right here. Just came to the crib. They see me in the podcast. 2 Crips.
Yeah.
I don't know why don't do that. And they in my crib right now. They was just in my crib. So I don't do that there like that, man. But again, that's like kind of, it's mixy because it's like unified out here, but in the prison system, they doing it to each other. The homies is tearing the Crips. I hope that changed from, you know, that energy when I was in it.
Got you. Yeah, you
But
said
tier
you hoped it.
9 is
Yeah.
it's hard to distinguish, or it was controversial in distinguishing what they was, because if they know if they identify themselves as being Crip related or Crip affiliated, those that sitting there that's with the silly gang banging stuff is gonna get at.
Yeah, because they like doesn't it like if they gangster stones, so the stones are like the stones would be under the blood thing, right?
Yeah. But again, this is how we do it on the East versus how we do out West. We do stuff different over here. We not no copycat. We not no clones of the West over there. They got a protocol and a structure that they do over there, whether it's on either side of the street, and we got how we do over here. Same thing with Chicago. They do what they do there. Same way anywhere. They do what they do. And you know, historically, man, like I said this before, and this is a point, man. When they go back to the Panthers, when the Panthers was here, based in the city, New York have always did things how New York want to do things, man. It ain't start in 93 because we came about and bombed and formed New York. We do what we want to do, New York, how we do. That's it, man. That's what separates us in this city from any city in the world right now. We don't follow no trends. We create them, bro. Like, so how they expect us to be a clone for what? For what?
No, I understand. No, definitely, man. Definitely.
Like we all know Justice saying. You will never see me run around like they dress. Not saying there's nothing wrong with it, but that's just how they buy. The way they dress in Chi-Town, the way they dress out west, and even up north. I would never dress like I'm from New York. You can't tell. I cut it out, man.
Gotcha. So like how was that though? Like, you know, like I said, we're gonna go back because, you know, 23 years behind the wall, man, is definitely a story to tell. And when you know, you do run across, you know, a West Coast Crip or a West Coast Blood, is it any, you know, do the Crips automatically show them love, you know, from the East, or even the Bloods show the blood from the West Coast love automatically, if you understand what I'm saying?
Now clarify it again. You saying coastal, you saying regardless if they different. You saying, okay, Crip from out west, homie from out east, out east.
They run into each other in
the
pen.
Run into each other. Will be any type of confrontation or nothing?
Yeah, like even they do the same thing.
No. No. Why would it? Actually, it will bring them closer. Now I know who I'm dealing with. And you're gonna be tested. Because again, you got a lot of fraudulent people and fake people running around claiming stuff that they're not. So person like that knows that's this for real is gonna question you. And if certain questions you don't pass or don't know, I'm gonna know what you are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
And you know, like I spoke to some West Coast guys, you know, OGs like yourself, and
now I'm an East Coast.
Yeah, you East Coast. Oh, I said OGs like yourself. But look, like when it comes to the East Coast, they said that they had a situation when it came to the West, like where people will be touching bases with them on like Facebook, Instagram, and trying to get them to be their big homie. Is that a situation on the East Coast?
Yeah.
Like people from out of state will be reaching out to you, like trying to get you to,
Yeah, I used to get that a lot, but I'm not here to organize. I'm not out here organizing nothing like that. It's to bring it, you don't need structure and organization. You don't need organization like that for in the sense of recruiting people and all. No, I'm not For what? This late in the game, I'm gonna recruit people for what? Like, what was your purpose of recruiting you for?
Right.
So no, I don't do none of that. Like,
But they do. It does happen though. You saying
yeah,
it
it
does
does
happen?
happen. Yeah,
Yeah.
it does happen. There's definitely proposals from people. It's that really it ain't really about say the gang banging element of it. It's more history and like really what the interest of what happened. Like, because like
Gotcha.
when we speak about say organizations, street organizations, community organizations, I don't like using gangs because I didn't come up under no type of mentality of okay, we gang banging. I ain't never respected that, even though it took on that. You know what I'm saying, but nah, it's always been like a situation with nah, you can't make something that's not. You can't.
No, dope, man. No,
You can't.
we definitely appreciate you touching the platform, man, giving us some of this game, man. Like, we definitely need you back again. We just don't want to give everybody everything in one bite. But
I know
what
he's dirty. He's a dirty dog.
what you got planned for him?
Yo, he's a dirty. Yeah, the takeover, man. Yeah, uh,
The
yeah, the
takeover?
takeover. That's my little podcast, little blog. Me and my boy Prame. Shout out to Prame Takeover, the Takeover podcast and all that.
No,
We definitely got that thing. Get that thing moving and start feeding content. And we opened up the membership. Got a large membership that's joined the group. Actually joined the Takeover period. And we just going to do some little activism and building and networking and bring it to a conglomerate. That's all. It's a long step forward, but we walking.
no doubt, no doubt, no doubt. And we always, just like every episode, we always got a question ending out the episode.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
we
Yo,
forgot
yo,
to ask you.
let me get a birthday. Let me get a birthday. My son turning 1 on Wednesday on the 5th. I want to give a shout out to my junior and all that. I'm gonna be through there and all that. But shout out to my little son.
Yes, sir, man. Salute,
Yeah,
young king, man.
yeah,
Salute.
yeah.
Um, we want to ask you. They wanted to ask you. Did you ask him about OG Mac? What was your situation with OG Mac?
What about OG? What do you want to know about?
Uh,
That's a lot.
did y'all have a relationship?
Absolutely.
Okay. And okay, so y'all had a relationship. What type of relationship y'all have? Like y'all was buddies, or it was just like
Yeah,
because the
OG
same
Mac.
alliance?
Yeah, OG Mac respected and basically, yeah, he respected me and encouraged me like, okay, yeah, it's good that you join, the movement, you join the homies, just on the third bloom. And he had a thing. Anybody can tell you that really know. And if he meets you, something about you that he will like remix it and give you that label, like you understand, like a token with he'll know, and it always related to what we was. And he used to send letters, sometimes he send messages and all that, and he always phrased me the notorious non-trade banger. Like, yo, Vibez, the notorious non-trade banger. And all that. Always, man. Mac, yeah. Because when Mac came down from upstate, he came down facing more charges. He was just a hot boy. Wherever he go, everybody knew in the facility. Everybody, he just had that influence. Like, it's hard to explain. Like, I see Mel Cross, everybody they get stuck when you try to put the word on the strength of his influence. Like, his energy was pure. Even though he did bad by, doing what he doing, telling me, I'm taking away from that. And I'm speak on it. I'm giving it to you tonight, Chuck. His energy was pure. His guidance was right. But even though he wound up going left, but he had that influence on people, that you will gravitate towards him and listen to him. And once he get you to listen to him, he got you. It ain't like he led us on the straight path. We had to come together, bro.
Dope.
But like I said, when he came down and he came amongst us, they was trying to the facility was trying to keep him isolated from us. So what they did was they did some little nonsense. Like I tell you, Rikers Island is corrupt. It's nasty. They took him out of a housing unit and was gonna put him in a bullpen, a cell bullpen to stay there until they they moved him to another building in the morning. And when they did that, they removed him from amongst us. It was me and a couple others that said, listen, you taking him, we going with him. What's going on? Like, what y'all doing with him? You know what I'm saying? And I went with him, me and a couple of them, we went with him and stayed with him in the bullpen that night. And make sure he got to his destination. That's how we was about him. This is before he wound up going astray and all that. Like we was very protective of OG Mac. Very, very, very much. Bloods and non-bloods could tell you that.
So you definitely had that power. And like, let me ask you a question. Like, I forgot to ask you this too. When you met CK, Corey King, how did you meet him?
I knew Corey before all of this.
Mm-hmm.
I knew CK family, his brothers. I knew all of them before, say, all of this, man. Before Blood, I knew Corey, man. Before all this, before all of this, I knew Corey, man. And this ain't no, again, like I said it before, and it should be clear to anybody, none of us are not no strangers or no fly-by-night friends, bro. None of us.
No doubt. And like with Corey King though, and we just spoke about OG Mac and Corey King, he spoke on a few stories on how like when he outed OG Mac, it got a little hard for him, and some people had to pick sides. Was you around during that time?
Yes, I was. Your Chuck. If you talking about it's old, what we talking about is old, very, very much old. I could put a year on that when it happened. 99?
Mm-hmm.
99? That's so old. That's the last millennium, man.
Right.
We're still talking about that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But of course I was there. I was in prison from 1995 to 2018. So yeah, anything that happened, which is a great majority of East Coast history, I was there. I know about. I'm just not with all of this. I'm not with all that. That talking and revealing how much I know, who I know, or what I know. I'm not
right.
like that. I like to stay reserved until I need to let you know how much I know and who I know and what I know. Get it?
No
it
doubt.
Works for me, man. Should try it.
No doubt, man. Salute OG Corey King, man.
Yeah, I talked to him yesterday. I talked to him and Ice Coleon yesterday.
Dope. You said Ice Coleon.
Yeah, I talked to Ice Coleon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he said, yo, you like your vibes, so yo, where you been at? I see you know where I've been at. Stop asking me crazy questions.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, you gotta come out here, you gotta interview us. All right, man. I'll keep you.
Oh, that'd be dope. I'll watch that too though, man. Salute.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out there. Well, probably like, and I told him, so I don't be saying nothing that don't do it, man. I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna go to Queens out there and chill with him for a day or half a day or whatever. Give him this little interview, especially after this.
Yeah,
you already know. I told you. Yeah, you look funny.
Hey man, but we appreciate you touching the platform, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Y'all already know. You can find his link. We're gonna put it in the description to where you can follow him at, man. Get his followers up, man. Y'all go ahead and sub. And to the next one, man. We definitely appreciate you, man. It's definitely the Clout Chaser TV, man. Bad Vibes, you gotta leave him with something.
Nah, this you already know. Salute, man. Just follow the takeover. It's taking off.
Yes,
hashtag
it, fam.